Yo, what's up you Star vs fanatics, and today we're finally going to continue on with our analysis series of videos for the show. Now, I understand I'm late, so let me just get right into this. At first, I believed that the intro was the exact same, but it wasn't. However, what did change within the intro was Star's wand. I guess that's a good way for the intro to have some better continuity, but then again, we also see Toffee still in Ludo's body and Eclipse crystallized. Now that we have the intro covered, let's talk about the episode itself. We begin with Marko packing his things. Marko's packing some corn with corn soap, the love sentence toothbrush, and that costume he wore in the episode Marko and the King. And I had mentioned this in my previous video, but let's not also forget about the hot dog shirt he wore in the Goblin Dogs episode. I guess it was pretty good to see Ruberide and the rest of them again, even though they did kind of almost have Marko being the sacrificial lamb in the episode Toffee. But that was all in the past. As it turns out, the blue cape that we see within the intro is a gift that River gave him before leaving Muni. And yes, it's Prussian blue. So remember that episode Gift of the Card? You know, when it was revealed that Marko's favorite color is Prussian blue? That was the reference. Oh yeah, and he's wearing Prussian blue pants in the intro as well. Sorry I didn't mention that before in my other videos. Okay, I'm pretty confident I'm not the only one, but did anyone else get the vibe that maybe Moon Butterfly gave him a kiss on the forehead as a resemblance of the fact that he could possibly be her future son-in-law? I mean, she was also there for whenever Marko fought for Star and punched Toffee through the chest. Now, Marko's trying to leave, but then of course Star wants a longer goodbye, and I'm pretty sure Marko did too, but he didn't want to make anything awkward. And coming from this pose, I totally thought that they were gonna kiss, but it was a nice hug, so yeah, that's also nice. The moment that truly proves that most likely River and Moon both know what's up is their glance at each other. They're married to each other, so it's like, yeah, they like each other. The most obvious gimmick in this episode is that Star can't exactly seem to let go of Marko, and it could also be the other way around as well. But I'm not gonna get into that just yet. She explains that whenever she sniffs the hoodie, it smells like the different situations that we've seen in episodes. The dimensional school field trip, the Chinese food restaurant from Fortune Cookies, the bounce lounge, and I bet the list would have continued. And some of those episodes were from season 1, so he really went throughout the entire school year without washing that hoodie? Maybe he just cleans everything but that if you were to just hang it up every day. And also, this could be a throwback from the episode Into the Wand, or at least the battle from Muni Premiere was a reference to that. Alright, so now let's just skip over to the end, since basically for the remainder of this episode, it's just Star and the Washguard chasing each other. And also, it's true Ponyhead and Star are just walking about through this building in the same episode from those promos. In the end of this episode, the guard ends up cleaning Marko's hoodie, but to the point where it's clean but yet not overly clean in a way, I guess. But even so, both the guard and Ponyhead seem to agree that no other stench can be smelled. But, on the other hand, she was still able to smell Marko in a way. The guard explains that since Marko is within her heart, that's the reason why she still has him in her senses. Of course, he doesn't say those exact words, but that's basically to sum it all up. And you know what? Funny story, because the same thing seems to happen to Marko. When Marko is given back the hoodie from Star, he lies down on the couch and says that it reminds him of her.
Hey, kinda smells like Star.
If that's not proof of the chemistry between the two being that strong as it is, then I really don't know what is. It could be a true sign of the fact that they both miss each other just as much. And now that I think about it, Marko wasn't exactly too weirded out or distant from Star even after her confession. I mean, he did seem embarrassed during the party, but anyone would be embarrassed during that moment. But it seems after that, he's okay with it. And now let's talk about the other half of this episode. It begins with a funeral for Lekment, who might not be returning after all. You know, despite the fact that Star, Eclipse, or Tom could possibly even revive him if they were really trying hard enough. And then basically Glossaric starts haunting everywhere until eventually Star calls for Janna's help. The first attempt of hers was burying the old remains of the spellbook that we definitely did not see Star take, but she probably got it right after Star crushed inside of the monster temple. First, she tries the pet cemetery, but it only makes things worse, which could be a reference reference to the movie Pet Sematary, where when animals got buried at a certain gravesite, and then they would come back to life, but only to become more evil and not healthy looking, but I may be overanalyzing again. Now, if that wasn't an intentional reference to that movie, then I guess I wouldn't be too surprised. I don't know. I just thought about it whenever they did that scene. Anyways, this time Star does the smart idea of putting the remains of the spellbook back into the newly refreshed rejuvenation well Star fixed in the episode Toffee. From what it seems, it would make sense that magic from within the well most likely did the trick. I would say that it was both Star's positive energy and magic from within the well that revived him. But when it comes to the saying that Moon told Star about, it's possible that it could have triggered it as well. But then there's the fact that while Star was in her covers, it wasn't working then. But it could also have been the way she said the phrase. I don't know for sure, I'm just trying to be as open-minded as possible. So in the end, Glossaryck is back in the real world, but can only say a single word. The word is Glob Gor. And yes, he keeps on saying it repetitively in the next episode, but I'm not going to get into that yet. I'm going to get that into the next analysis, okay? But I guess it wouldn't matter either way, because unfortunately, I did some digging around and tested out many ways of deciphering and didn't get any results except for one single thing. Both the name Eclipse and Glob Gor have exactly 7 letters. That's the only conclusion that I could find with this word. So what do you guys think? Could he have been talking about Eclipse all this time, possibly warning the others about her, or maybe even trying to find Eclipse? Is he spouting some kind of spell phrase that allows him to go back to normal? Is it a destination that someone needs to go to fix something? Well, ladies and gentlemen, find out on the next time on the next Dragon Ball Z. Who am I kidding? Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this analysis video. I'm sorry it took me, a few days longer than it should have. Of course, I told you before that I wasn't going to be able to do it exactly as fast as I really wanted it to. I have some things that I have to do this month, or basically, well, I mean, my entire life. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Sorry for the inconvenience once more. Subscribe if you haven't. We are 5,000 subscribers away from me finally getting 100,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Please, guys, please keep subscribing and sharing my videos and everything else. Give this video a like especially, because we are so close. We can make it before the end of this year, people, okay? We can do this before 2018. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!